What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to GTA Online. And well, guys, with this update brought some pretty dope ways to make money. And with that, we got contracts, which I think there is 6 of them, I believe. So I'm going to do a video on each of these guys. So starting right off with the ECU job, which is actually the first one that I completed. So starting right off, guys, we're going to start with the train inventory setup right now. Alright, guys, so right after you start the mission up there, you will then spawn right outside of your auto shop. And Cess will end up calling you, telling you about all this stuff about the ship. And then you're going to want to head over to the docks right over here. The other location you may also get is on the side of the Simeon area over here. They're basically the same thing, just basically different areas, so let's head over there now. After you arrive at the docks, guys, you will then notice that, well, Cess will call you again and tell you there's a uniform you can throw on, which will help you not get spotted by the enemies as quickly, which I definitely recommend doing. It's right here in this area, and then obviously it will show up as well if you guys have this spawn over here for the boat. But what you want to do is run over there and grab the uniform. After you guys pick the uniform up, you will then notice that the boat is, well, right here, and you're going to see this little square here that you're going to need to go and find the little clipboard. I will show the locations of where that little piece of paper can spawn as well. So as you guys will see here, the enemies are literally the same as the other location. If you were wondering, they are not different. I was wondering the same thing, honestly, but it seems they are the same as they were over here. So what I recommend you guys want to do is you're going to want to go over here to the left side and take out this first enemy right here. And you're going to also want to take out the first enemy on the ground here. It'll make it a little bit easier when you escape as well. So coming up with the first guy right here, guys, what I'd recommend doing is waiting for this one cone guy right here to turn around, because if he's like standing right in front of him, he might actually spot you. But use any weapon with a suppressed, like anything suppressed, honestly, will pretty much do the job there. And then come over to the left side here, and you'll do the same thing with this guy and wait for the little red dot person to turn around so the cone is not visible to him in this area. I noticed if they're like facing this way and you do kill them, I think they might spot you a little bit and start shooting at you. Another reason why you guys want to wear the little uniform here, because it will help protect that from happening more often. Although if you stand in their cone of vision too long or near them, they will then spot you and be like, hey, yo, bro, what you doing here? And then you're pretty much going to get shot at and have to fight your way out of here, which honestly I've done the first time. It's not too bad, but it's definitely a lot easier doing it this way. So as you see there, the cone did turn around there, so then you go over here and take this guy out. Once he's taken out, what you guys will then want to do is wait for this guy right here to turn back around, and then you want to go up the stairs. You guys will then notice that this other guy will then come back this direction as well, and I notice you want to wait for him to turn around because the other guy is over there. So once he turns around, come back up here and then immediately take a left and go up the stairs. You will then dodge the cones and they will not see you. So come up here and go right up the stairs in this area. I will show you where the actual clipboard will spawn. I believe there's 3 complete locations it can spawn at, is what I've seen them every time I've done this anyway. So coming up here, you guys will then notice the first location will be right here, which is actually where it is for me. But I'll show you guys where the other locations are as well. So here's location number 1 for the clipboard. Location number 2, guys, will be around this side over here, and it's normally on this box right here. And then location number 3 is actually up here, guys, and you guys want to then come up this way. As you guys will see there, I did get spotted from that enemy, but it's okay. And you want to come up here, and the other one will be right on this green crate right here. After you guys do that, you're then going to have to go to the other side, and if you did manage to get spotted like I did, you will have to take the enemies out, or you can manage to go over there and sneak your way through it, and you'll pretty much be good to go after that. So if you fight your way through the enemies, I'll then show that just in case this has happened to you. So take a quick picture of the little clipboard here, send it to Cess, and then she'll tell you what to do next, to require you to go on the other side of the ship. Luckily, guys, the enemies aren't too bad here. Honestly, I really didn't struggle too much with this. Sometimes it could be a little annoying. The helicopter guy, just take the guy out there, and then immediately head to the area. Like I said, it's not really too bad, honestly. It's just more of the fact of annoying than anything. Luckily, these guys don't seem too overpowered at all. They're more of just an annoyance when you're trying to do this. So take those guys out there. This is basically a worst case scenario. And if you guys do manage to do it stealth, you can also run to the other side basically without being seen at all. Let's head on over to that side now, and then she'll give you a prompt that you will need and go pick up the item over there, which I believe is a bag normally. So let's head on that side right now. And like I said, you're going to encounter some enemies on the way there, so I figured I would show this anyway just in case you guys did get spotted. As you see, there's a good amount of enemies in this area, so you guys are going to watch out for them. The helicopter, once you kill the guy on it, they basically won't be able to really bother you anymore. So let's head up here right now. You'll then see this guy right around this area. So location 1, you guys will see the bag if you're doing this stealth mode, that is this box right here that you will see right on this box. And then the other box is on the other side as well, which you'll then see the little bag that you want to pick up. So all you guys want to do is go up to it and hit the prompt. If I can actually grab it, grab the bag, and then after that, you guys just have to get off the ship and pretty much leave the area and head back to your auto shop. It's honestly a lot easier than I thought. You will take some damage, so I recommend having little snacks if you get spotted. I have completed this without being spotted before, but if you manage to get spotted, it's okay because I notice the enemies aren't too bad. And you honestly could probably get through most of the ship without them even noticing you. As you can see, I ran to the other side and only saw like one guy. So head off the area here and then go over to whatever vehicle you guys have and then head back to your auto shop. And then once you head back to your auto shop, guys, once you just go on in there with whatever vehicle you guys have, you will automatically complete this setup. After that mission is completed, guys, you then want to start up the second mission called Schedule. But fun little fact here, if you actually want to keep this little setup here you guys have, you can actually go to your wardrobe and save it. Pretty cool. This, I have it saved here, but if you don't want it, you pretty much can just put on your other outfit there. It does stay on the entire time, so do keep that in mind if you guys actually like this. So starting off with the next mission, let's start this one right now called Schedule, and then you guys will be able to complete the actual contract mission. So guys, I noticed for this one, it does seem to have a different setup sometimes. I noticed you had to go and picture the train in the little power station area over in this area here, or sometimes it's moved up a little bit in the area of quartz over here. Once you guys arrive at the location, you will notice that, well, Cess is going to call you and go, well, you're looking for this train, you got to take a picture of it. Well, funnily enough, is you're going to have this circular area here where the train may be, and the same thing will go for this power station area as well. The train normally spawns like right about there, I believe, in this area, and well, it's actually very hard to miss. I mean, where else would the train be? So for this, what I recommend doing, guys, is trying to get on like a high ground area where you can actually get a picture of the train out of the little cone of where the enemies are. So once you get near the train, it will then spot on your map there. You'll see a little picture thing. You'll then see the enemies, and then once you get a little bit closer, you can get a picture of the train. So I did the same thing in the other location as well. So come up right in this little area. You pretty much get a whole picture of the train, and the same thing goes for this side too. So you could be right up on the mountain area here and like get a picture of the train easily. So once you walk right up to it, take a quick picture of the train, and then she'll prompt you with the next thing you have to do. So guys, after Cess talks, she's going to tell you you're going to need to take a picture of the brake cylinder. Now, believe it or not, you actually do not need all 4 of them. You actually only need 1 photograph. So you can walk up to the little side here and basically just grab 1 of them, and it will count for all of them, which is cool. So you don't need to go around and take a picture of all 4 of the brakes. You just need 1 there, which will complete this, and then she'll contact you, and then you will have to then go grab the schedule. So after she talks to you guys, you're then going to have to head over to the control tower, and I noticed the control tower is in this spawn location right here for this area. The other side is going to be right about here in this area, right near the entrance of the place. So what you want to do is head on over there, and you'll see a bunch of enemies spawn. Now, I'm being 100% honest on this one, guys. You can go in there stealth. Like, you probably could take the guys out very slowly, but honestly, that might be kind of annoying and a little frustrating to do so. So what I'd recommend doing is heading over to this side here, maybe trying to grab a little cover, and honestly just taking the enemies out with one of your favorite weapons there. I just feel like it's a lot easier this way, and I think it's a little more frustrating when you actually try to do this that way. So head on over here. You guys can take the enemies out very easily. They're not hard to take out at all. They will immediately start shooting at you, obviously, though, so you want to watch out for that. Once you take 1 dude out, no matter what, they will all then start attacking you. So make sure you have some type of cover somewhere so they can't just light you up immediately. Once you take them all out, though, guys, that's pretty much it. And you can head up there and grab the schedule. So let's take the enemies out here. As you can see there, they're not really that hard to kill at all, guys. And if we even want to, you can destroy this as well. Or not. And then head up here, and then you guys will be able to grab the schedule, and that's pretty much it. There'll be some enemies on your way back to your auto shop, but nothing too crazy. So walk on over here, and you will see the little schedule thing, grab it there, and then you'll need to head back to your auto shop. You guys will then notice that you will get buzzards that will spawn and try to chase you. Personally, I'm using the Mark II here. I know this vehicle has a lot of hate around the community, but honestly, for getting around places is why I use it, and it's amazing for this. You can pretty much use any vehicle, and the helicopters will basically just chase you and, you know, try to shoot at you as best they can. But normally, they really don't do much, and they're kind of just there, and then you guys just want to head back to your auto shop. And then once you guys head over to the auto shop here, you just drive right up to it, and you would then complete this setup. Now that you guys completed this 2 little setup missions there, you now can do the actual contract, which honestly, these contracts are very, very fun, and it's kind of crazy how simple they are. I think if you're on point, you could probably do them every 20 minutes or so. So starting right off, let's grab this right now. So launch mission. Once you guys launch the mission, you will then be, well, spawned into this screen here. You can either do this solo or with 3 of your friends or just 3 other randoms, whatever you really feel like doing. And for this one, I'm going to grab the heavy armor. And if you guys are wondering for the weapon on this said contract, I highly recommend the sharpshooter. The reason for this is you get the heavy sniper, which is great for the helicopters, which I will get into later in the mission. But also for the heavy pistol is great, and the mini SMG does a great job. But the main thing, guys, is the sticky bombs, which is great for blowing up the brake cylinder things on the train. It works very, very well, and you could throw 4 stickies, you know, 1 on each, and blow them up very easily. You could use a sniper, but I feel like it'd be kind of annoying, and I feel like the best option is indeed the sticky bombs there. Let's jump right into this. Once you guys spawn outside of your auto shop, you're then going to notice that they're going to want you to go to this little point here on the map, which I notice it seems to be this spot every single time, so don't worry if you have to go to a different location. I feel like this is the main spot that you have to do this, honestly. And you'll also notice that they'll be talking pretty much the entire time because that's what Sess and Kenny basically do. So let's head over there right now. Once you guys arrive at the location here, you then will have to wait a little while for the train to spawn, which I believe is like 20 to 30 seconds. And then Sess and them will end up calling you again, telling you to take out the brake cylinders there. If you guys are wondering for the vehicles I recommend using for this, I recommend the Jester RR or the Coleco and maybe even the Dominator GTT. I feel I can complete these pretty easily just because they're quick and very good vehicles overall. So guys, now that the train is here, you will then notice that you need to destroy the brake cylinders, and this is where the lovely sticky bombs come into effect, guys, because I feel like this is the best weapon loadout for this. If you guys actually use guns on this, it's going to be insanely annoying, and I recommend not doing that. I actually tried it a couple of times, and it is insanely annoying trying to blow these up with guns, especially if you're doing this solo. I recommend using the stickies here, as you'll see do a fantastic job of destroying the brake cylinders. Once you destroy the 2 on this side, you will then want to go to the other side of the train. So speed up a little bit and get in front of it, and then head over to this side as well, and maybe not drive like me might help a little bit. This is why I also really like the Supra, because this thing does a great job at this, aka the Jester. So once you guys are on this side, you then are going to want to take out these. You have basically 5 chances to take these out, guys, so definitely make these sticky throws count. Try to stay close to the train, but obviously when you detonate it, don't be too close to it there. So there's that one down. Heading over to the last one right now, you can even go down here and throw it up at the top there. And as you see, I did destroy the last brake cylinder, which will cause the train to slow down. And now that the train is slowed down, guys, this is when the fun part begins. So what I recommend doing is parking your car in front of the train here and using the heavy sniper to take out this helicopter. And I believe it only takes about like 5 or so shots to blow it up. It's pretty easy, and this thing absolutely demolishes you when you're trying to do this. I actually beat this without destroying it the first time. Have some snacks on you as well, which will definitely help a lot. And then after you do that, there are going to be some enemies in the train you'll also want to take out. While doing that, you will want to also look for the text message that they sent you, sending you the number of the actual cargo units you're going to want to look for. So this will be 9COB and S91F. And you will notice there'll be enemies in trucks as well. What I'm doing is trying to take them out as quickly as possible because they will also get very annoying. There will also be vans sometimes that spawn extra enemies, so watch out for them as well. So as you guys see here, I'm coming up to my first crate that I need to open. So what you guys want to do is jump into the train here and go over to it. There's a bit of a cutscene here for this. And if you are wondering, you can get lit up while doing this, so do keep that in mind. I have actually died multiple times trying to do this because I didn't destroy the helicopter, which I highly recommend doing that first. So once you guys grab the first ECU, you will notice that there is another helicopter that will come and attack you. So what I recommend doing is trying to take these little guys out here first, and then calling out your sniper again, or you can even use your Scorpion little SMG thing here, and you can headshot the guy pretty easily out of the helicopter. Then you guys will then want to head over and look for your next crate there, which normally would be down the train a bit here. There'll also be enemies in the train. Hard for them to shoot you at times, so you kind of can just walk by them if you wanted to, but I recommend just taking them out. So as you guys will see here is the next crate you need to open. So you guys are going to want to jump on into this and open it up here. Like I said, if you do this with the enemies near you, you have a big chance of dying, and the helicopter can also shoot you pretty easily. So if you manage to get the crate open when the enemies are here, I recommend waiting before actually grabbing the ECU. You guys can then easily take out the helicopter again, unless the pole's blocking your view there. Take out the enemies in the meantime that are kind of bugging you a little bit. You guys can move over for this guy right here, take out him. Pretty easy to take them out. Normally you could use a sniper as well, where I recommend having snacks, which is definitely very good, and they help tremendously, and they're also very easy to get. If you're wondering now, you can grab them in your auto shop. So go up here and grab the ECU immediately, and then you'll need to get back to the other place with this. So what you're going to do here, obviously, is head out of here, and watch out for the enemies as well, heading back to your car. I destroyed a helicopter the first time, and when I did this, and it actually destroyed my car. So you guys want to be careful with that as well. If you destroy a car, I notice you really can't get it back, so it's going to be kind of annoying. Once you get that, though, jump back in your car and head back to where you need to deliver the ECUs at. Some tips here, guys, as well. I noticed the drivers on this are kind of ridiculous, and they shoot insanely accurately. I actually died a lot on my way back to where I was going on this mission, so be careful for the enemies. If you see one of the Jeeps, just realize that they're going to actually probably shoot you out of your car. and their shots seem to be on point every single time, so do watch out for that. I have noticed they're a little bit insanely accurate. Similar to the Headhunter mission on the CEO VIP missions there, they're kind of ridiculous, but you normally cannot run them. That's why I recommend a good car like the Gesture or the Coleco, and even the Dominator GTT, which can get you out of the areas much faster. And then finally, guys, when you get back all the way to the city with that insanely brutal highway run there with all these crazy enemies, you will then complete the contract and get yourself the money there. Yeah, as you guys see, that will complete the contract there. The mission's pretty simple. Get yourself $170,000, and not only that, it is also pretty dang fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tune in soon for the other contracts as well.